Festival, and we're still here, and shortly we will be having a very, very interesting band that will be performing for us here live on our news set. For now, though, we understand that, inside the concert hall, things are really getting heated up with the performance there. All right, so let me come back to our interview. We're having a very interesting discussion with the reigning Miss Kenya, of course, talking about the tribulations that she's been undergoing over the last couple of weeks. So first of all, you say that this pageantry is not what we think is.
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
So as I was saying, I think we got to the point where I was talking about what happened after the coronation. Yeah. So it took me about 3 months of waiting very patiently to hear from the office, because I expected, since I was crowned a whole year in advance, that we would have a whole year head start where we'd actually be able to start preparing earlier, and we could possibly do a lot better at the competition.
True.
So when I went to the office, not much really seemed to be going on. There wasn't much support. And so I had to think about whether I wanted to sit back and look like the queen who just sat back with her crown, or if I wanted to take charge of my situation and make the most out of my reign.
All right.
So I went ahead to do my own photo shoots, my own publicity.
On your own? How come?
Everything on my own. I had to pay for my own shoots. I had to pay for my own wardrobe mostly, because there were no new outfits that, were afforded to me.
But essentially, they should be provided
Essentially, that is what should be happening. In fact, I'm very sure that's what happens in all the other countries that participate in the Miss World pageant. So it was basically a freelance model with a national crown.
What?
Hung out to dry, know? So that was, I think, the most difficult part, getting the ball rolling, getting all my shows done, my shoots done. It was a very tasking ordeal, very expensive as well.
All right, for yourself.
And yes, and I think 6 months down the line, that's exactly what had been going on.
So then when did this problems elevate to the point where the conversations and discussions about you being dethroned?
I think it was just a matter of time, actually, because I'm not sure what exactly the agents, Ashley's Kenya, what exactly they expected from a beauty queen. Did they expect me to sit down and be numb and follow orders, or what did they want me to do? Keep quiet and suffer in silence.
Right.
But that's just not the kind of person I am.
Okay.
And so I would insistently push and have arguments with them and say, we need to do something, we need to move forward. If we actually want to win as Kenya, that is something we need to really work on. It doesn't just come easy.
So for you feel like it was about you being aggressive rather than what they say, because what the information that we have from them is that you did things that are not really in line with the conduct or code of
That is another thing, actually, because I was threatened a few times. I was told, if you're not happy with how the office is operating, then put your sash and your crown down, and I'm sure there's the whole of Kenya, a lot of other girls would like to take your place. So that kept me quite a bit. I had to sit back and re-strategize and say, how else am I going to get what I need done? Then I'm sure you're aware of the blog that was written a few months ago about me with a prominent MP. I smashed those rumors because it's absolutely untrue. Right. I've never met the man.
Do you feel like that was used against you?
Well, I was taken to the office and I was told to put the sash and crown down for about 2 weeks until the story kind of died down, and I was asked to contact all the media houses again on my own and clarify the story. So the point I'm trying to make is that there's been zero support from the office.
Okay.
Which is sad.
And what are they saying right now? I know it's actually a matter that is in court.
It is a matter that's in court at the moment, because to the best of my knowledge, I've carried out my duties to the best of my ability. I have worked extremely hard with both the charity that I support as well as with the Crown. I have carried myself to the best of my knowledge, in the
Alright.
best possible way.
So now that you're in court, what exactly do you hope to achieve from that? Are you hoping that you'll be restored back as Miss World Kenya, or are you done with that but you just
I'm very sad because such a prestigious title has become so scandalous, and I think it's very unfair. For me, the press statement that was issued saying I'm very sad and I humbly accept my dethronement, that was not a statement made by me. In
You did
fact,
not make that statement
it was
accepting
made
to be dethroned.
No, I never accepted to be dethroned, and that statement was made at 10 p.m. at night, I believe, 2 hours after I was informed. So I didn't have any time
Say-
to plead my case or to defend myself or even to actually figure out what exactly the problem was.
Right.
And I remember texting Mrs. Mungai the next morning to say, is this really how it has to be? Because it's not fair. I've worked so hard and I've not received any sort of remuneration
Right.
or not even my rewards, the prizes that I was supposed to get as Miss Kenya.
You haven't gotten the
I have
rewards
not
back.
received anything.
So now that, back to the question that I was asking,
Mm-hmm.
what exactly do you want to achieve with this court battle?
For me, my reputation and dignity, number one, because I do not believe that I deserve the smear campaign that's going on about me because of the crown, number one. Number two, I believe it's extremely unfair the way I was terminated. I do not think she has any legal grounds for it either. I did not breach any contract. I did not go against any code of conduct. And if at all it's any private matter that is being speculated about, as long as it's not in the public domain, it has nothing to do with my public seat.
All right.
And so that's not grounds of termination at all.
So after this court battle, what's going to happen next? Are you going to try out in another pageantry, or you're done with this whole?
That's something I've actually been thinking about because I'm very heartbroken, to be very honest.
Right.
And this has been one of the most depressing times of my life because this is something I've looked forward to for a very, very, very long time.
Okay.
And for me to be so enthusiastic and to work so hard in all different categories of Miss World. I mean, they have a sports challenge, they have talent, they have very many aspects to the competition. I have worked very hard to make myself all-rounded, to be a worthy competitor during the competition, and so I've put in a lot of time and effort, and for all of this to just come crumbling down for no apparent reason it's very disturbing. And so it's going to take me a bit of time to realize to recover and decide what I want to do.
Okay.
But I think Miss World was it, because Miss World stands for beauty with a purpose. It stands for self-respect, for dignity, and for the strength of a woman.
Right.
And it's the only beauty pageant of its kind.
I like that.
And that's what I stood for.
I like that, but don't give up.
I won't.
Because you're very passionate about it.
I won't.
But we wish you all the best.
Thank
even
you
if,
so much.
If all the battles that you're fighting right now.
Thank you.
I mean, we wish you all the best. All right.
Thank you.
Ibrahim. She calls herself Disputed Beauty Queen, but she is currently the reigning Miss World Kenya. But of course, like she mentioned, she has quite a number of issues that she's still dealing with in regards to her title.
Yeah.
But all the best with that.
Thank
Stay
you.
strong. All right, so we want to take a break right now, but remember that Willis the Word Master is coming up in a few minutes. Don't go away. Friday Briefing continues, coming to you live from the Safaricom Jazz Festival. And for now, though, we leave you with a bit of business. Let's take a look at the financial markets.